It's time, folks, for episode 2 of season 2 of Snowfall, and by God, I think this one was a tale of two thirds as the rain just falls on me from a tree. That was brilliant. A bird move, and then the rain just fell. But I just want to talk about Pablo, PEDRO, and Lucia, because these three jobbers are not cutting the mustard. Nowhere near. But El Oso. Right, let me tell you a wee story about El Oso. The guy's a boring bastard. So's Lucia. And Pedro has to be the biggest fucking gimp this side of the border, I say. Alright? Because these three just do not fucking interest me in the slightest, right? So obviously last episode he rocked up. Oh, I've been away for so long. But see, when a third of a show is dedicated to people like this, you've got no chance of enjoying it. Well, I mean, that their portion, but it's like, Jesus, I mean, so I met the woman of my dreams, cabron, right? Introduced this woman, and then his cousin's like, oh, right, I'll give you your bit of father's money, and then you'll be on your way. And then she's like, oh, his wife to be, he don't need your money. I say, it's like, would you just get off my screen? Honestly, like in this episode, you've got Teddy essentially interrogating Franklin and Leon, and you know it's good. It's good. I'm not going to fucking sit here and say it's not good. It is good. Some of the best TV the show's put on so far. But then these ones, man, they're having a meal, they're talking. Oh, I was down a hole in Mexico, but now this girl, I married her. It's like, well, after 3 months, this guy's, I mean, honestly, it's just filler, folks. It is absolute filler of like mammoth proportions. Like, I don't see how anybody can be watching these scenes and being like, yeah, these guys are absolutely brilliant. And I think what affected it the most is the fact that, you know, the other 2/3 of the show was Teddy and Franklin's side, but obviously this episode they were combined, and it's like, Jesus, man, that made their bit so much better. So yeah, I mean, to wrap their bit up, it's just crap, it's filler. I don't care about Pedro, I don't care about his cousin, and El Oso, oh, he's an ex-wrestler, he does this, he does that. The guy does not interest me, right? I mean, once upon a time, I liked pro wrestling, and I thought maybe this guy could be, you know, maybe some insider jokes here, maybe a Chris Benoit reference or something like that. But no, we get hee-haw, right? We get hee-haw. It's quite tragic, to be brutally honest. And then they're sitting around the table talking about the wedding, the money. I don't care. I just genuinely don't care, and I think, like, if you took, I mean, I think the episode was only 45 minutes long, right? But if you take their entire portion out the episode, it's like you've got a pretty decent episode. But then, man, it's just crap. Honestly, like, they're boring. They're not entertaining. None of them have charisma. Like, all three of them look like they've all got some kind of deformity. It's not good. It's not good television, man. It's not. It's just. See, I mean, I don't like Franklin. I'll be honest. I've said about this in the past. I think he's a very run-of-the-mill, mundane main character. They could have done much better with him. I mean, I don't think he's the worst character ever, but I think for the top dog, he's a bit boring. But these three take it to the whole next level, man. Their arcs suck. I feel like the only interesting thing they've done so far is like the wee interaction they had with Franklin at the end of episode 6, and then also the fact that, like, they took out their family, and, like, you know, Pedro's dead, they say. But see, apart from that, man, it's like, what are we doing? But yeah, just boring, uneventful, repetitive, no dialogue that means anything, just him coming back out the blue, crap. But we'll move on to Franklin and Teddy, because these were the good scenes. Teddy has kidnapped Franklin and Leon. He's basically got them in this, like, I don't know what the location was, it was like some boiler room. I mean, if you just turned this episode on without knowing any knowledge of this show, you'd have thought it was some kind of saw trap. They were tied up, you know, around some nasty-ass bathroom equipment, boy. It was bad, no two ways about it. But Terry's interrogating them, and, you know, without me pretty much explaining the whole scene word by word, Terry finds out all the information he needs to know, really, about Avi, and that these two didn't give him up. Franklin's then, you know, acting big balls, like, oh, we can fulfill your demands and all this. He's like, we can do 6 keys, and Terry's like, I wouldn't even make a dent. And he's like, 10 keys, and then he's like, alright, we'll agree to that then. Lets them go. Puts a lot of trust in them, because as he's leading them at the building, you know, Franklin takes a wrench, and they're tied up. Well, they were tied up, they're now untied, and it's like, okay, obviously Terry's putting a lot of goodwill into these guys. Franklin does grab the weapon, but doesn't use it, and it's a smart business decision, but obviously this is going to result in bloodshed at some point down the line. Leon came home first, you know, Jerome, Louis, they're all worrying, oh, what's going on? Leon returns home first. His pants have been pissed. He fills them in off screen what's happened to Franklin. Franklin is essentially out on a wee like recon mission in the plane, finding out what's happened, but obviously Teddy has lied about who they are, etc, etc. Like, they have no idea that they're working for the CIA. But when Franklin eventually returns, he's like, I could be up here all day. You know, it's like, yeah. It's like, right. They're all loving life. They all seem like best pals. I mean, obviously at some point in this show it's going to come out that Franklin is going to find out they're in the CIA, and it's all, you know, it's a little bit dodgy, it's on the books, etc. Well, I mean, what I would say is, yes, they're working with Franklin, and yeah, but we see all the time, like in TV shows where it's corrupt and the government's working with the cartels and they never really get sent to justice. Like Sons of Anarchy did it pretty well. I mean, I can guarantee you this show's never going to do it as well as Sons of Anarchy, but nonetheless, yeah, Franklin returns home. They're all like, yeah, and then he goes to his mother's, who I think's just ugly. I feel like I have to say it every review, but she just is. They're talking, and he's like, remember I was a kid and I did something really exciting, and then I'd always have to tell you, well, guess what I did today? And she's closed the door on him. She's crying, he's crying. He then sees his neighbour's windows open, and it's his old girlfriend from school. And he's like, oh, guess what I did today? And she's like, you know, my father wouldn't appreciate this. And then after a wee bit of sweet talking for Franklin, she's like, well, you can come in. He's like, what about your dad? She's like, oh, well, don't worry about him, he's on the late shift, he's on night shift. And then he's like, right, and she's like, right, use the door. He's like, nah, I've always used the window, I ain't going to start not using it now. And then it ends, folks. That is the end of the episode. I mean, decent, but like I said, Pedro, Lucia, El Oso, boring, very boring. I will give this episode a 6 out of 10. They weighed it down unbelievably.